Here we're going to talk about our straight line graph or our linear graph. So the first thing we have is the general format for this or the standard equation. So y is equal to mx plus c is the first thing that should come to your mind when you hear or say straight line mx plus c, y equals mx plus c, linear graph y equals mx plus c, over and over and over. It just drill into your head that this is the equation of a straight line graph. Let's analyze the equation. Now the y value is our output and the x value is our input. From our equation there's a variable m. M is the gradient, which was discussed in another video and can be calculated using this formula. C is the y-intercept or the vertical shift. Basically, it tells us how up or down the graph moves, and it tells us where the y-intercept is. With our gradient, if our gradient is greater than 0, meaning it's a positive value, your graph should be on an upward slope. If your gradient is less than 0 or a negative value, your graph will be on a downwards slope. Right. We're going to learn how to sketch without ordered pairs. This means we're not going to draw a table and substitute points and find points and then plot it. We're not going to do that anymore. What we need is points of interest. Alright, and the points of interest on a straight line graph are these two, the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Right, so let's try this out. For our x-intercept of this graph, let's say x-intercept. So every time you do this, you're going to write this line down. X-intercept, let y equal 0. So you're going to write down your equation as is. Y is equal to 2x minus 6. So we're drawing the graph by finding points of interest. So the first thing you do that, and then you say y equals 0. So you put a 0 for y and you write your equation. And then you solve for x. So 6 is equal to 2x. Divide by 2 and x is equal to 3. So from this, I can get the coordinates of my x-intercept, which is going to be 3 that I calculated and the y that I substituted. I can then get my y-intercept by letting x equal 0. So write the equation down, 2x minus 6. Write the equation, but let's do what you said. Make the x 0. You said you're going to make the x 0, so make it 0. And that's going to end up giving you negative 6. So my coordinate here is going to be 0 that I substituted for x and the negative 6 that I found. I'm going to then draw a Cartesian plane. Mark these 2 points. So 3 and 0 goes here. And 0 and negative 6 could go here. And then what do I do next? I connect those points. And that is my graph drawn. That's all I have to do. Find x-intercept, y-intercept, put those two down and draw a line across them. Let's try that again. Alright, so x-intercept, let y equal 0. So instead of this, I'm going to write y. So y is equal to negative 1 over 3x plus 2. So 0 is equal to negative 1 over 3x plus 2. Negative 2 is equal to negative 1 over 3x. If you divide both sides by negative 1 over 3, or however you solve this, you're gonna get that x is equal to positive 6. Right, so positive 6. So your coordinate is 6 and 0. Then y-intercept, let x equal 0. So y equals negative 1 over 3x plus 2. y equals -1 over 3 into 0 plus 2. So y is equal to 0 plus 2, which is just 2. And my coordinate therefore is going to be 0 and 2. Draw a Cartesian plane. Plot those 2 points. So 6 and 0 should be over here. And 0 and 2 should be over here. So 0 and 2. And then draw a line across them. So something like this. Alright, so obviously it's gotta go across those 2 points. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so I guess that's okay. Alright, so it's gotta go across those 2 points. Right. For number 3, there's a bit of a problem. This is not in standard form. I cannot use it like that. I'm gonna use my knowledge of literal equations to make this the subject of a formula. So I'll begin by saying 3y. Let's use a different color here actually. So make this the subject of formula. So I'll say 3y is equal to 15 minus 5x. So I've moved the 5x across. Then I'll divide all of these by 3. Alright. So y is equal to 5 minus 5 over 3x. Alright, so that's a better equation. It's technically minus 5 over 3x plus 5, but the first one is fine as well. Now, begin x-intercept, let y equal 0. So 0 is equal to minus 5 over 3x plus 5. So minus 5 is equal to minus 5 over 3x. Then when you solve this, you can multiply both sides by negative 3 over 5. So you multiply by negative 3 over 5. You're going to get x is equal to positive 3. So your your y-intercept, sorry, your x-intercept is going to be 3 and 0. Then we're going to go ahead and say y-intercept let x equal to 0. The process doesn't change. We're just doing it over and over. So y is equal to minus 5 over 3 into 0 plus 5. So y is equal to 0 plus 5, which is just 5. So you got 0 and 5. Then you can draw a Cartesian plane just like that. Mark those 2 points, so 3 and 0. And then I'm gonna put a 0 and 5. 0 and 5. And then I'll connect those two. If you're getting marks for neatness, you're obviously gonna want to try and make it look a little bit better. Maybe not put the coordinates in line with the actual line. But that's generally what we do. We just x-intercept, y-intercept, which are points of interest, and draw a line. When you do other functions, this concept is going to make more sense also, because every type of function you're going to try to draw involves finding points of interest, marking them, and then drawing the shape around it. So we've got to master that.